Yeah, yeah. I've noticed that it felt at the beginning of this thing, we're always wearing a hat, and then I would never wear a hat, and I feel like we've flipped.
Yeah. I can't tell if we're supporting each other well or if we're defying each other well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've this podcast has really only taught me that during the day I'm very disheveled.
I'm disheveled all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, you still have your fancy I'm going to headline shows outfits in the evening.
yeah, yeah. But I try to tart it up a bit,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, you got to give them a little beefcake.
hmm
Hmm.
I think it's time for me to switch off of hoodies.
You think?
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm too old for hoodies now.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'm older than you, and I love my hoodies.
No, no, but like on like a weekend show, I think I got to switch to button ups.
Yeah, weekends need buttons.
Yeah, weekends need fun. Yeah. So sports.
Uh-oh, did we freeze?
I don't know. You froze for a second, and then I stopped talking, which probably isn't good podcasting.
That's okay.
That's
It's more
probably
of a
every
visual
time we
medium.
fix it, we also just give up on the audio part of it.
I mean,
The
give it up feels like a good thing to do this week.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I watched that. I stopped watching it last night in like the third quarter.
Yeah. What depressing thing are we covering first? The
But
Patriots, the Celtics, or our fantasy
oh
team?
yeah, I forgot both sports work with quarters.
Hmm.
Um, the let's do. I didn't watch the Celtics. I know our coach got ejected.
Yeah. It was insane because there was this small window where last night looked like it was going to be an amazing Boston sports night, and then it became a disaster.
Why did the Celtics mount a comeback? I saw we were down at the half.
We started the first quarter with like a 19-point lead.
Oh,
I mean, we
really?
were on fire. Yeah, like a friend was texting me, like the Celtics may never lose.
I mean, I still feel really good about them.
I do too. It was the third game of a road trip. They were
Yeah.
up 3-0. You know, it's the refs started making bad calls, and I think they just finally they checked out a little early.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just lose. You don't win every basketball game.
You do not.
No, if you win 3 out of 4, you're doing pretty damned good.
It felt worse because we had that big lead, and then the Bulls went on like a 43-9 run.
They have good players. Every team has fucking good players, which is not the case with football. I feel like 4
True.
teams have good players.
It is true. We did my friends and I we did a skins
hmm
fantasy league this year. Simmons talked about it on his podcast. So basically,
I thought they
like
were called the Commanders now.
no, well done. So we did a snake draft, and you had to draft a team's wins or losses. So, like, if you were drafting first overall, you'd probably be thinking, all right, I want the Spurs losses or the Warriors wins. So, you know, every time the Spurs lose, that counts as a skin for me. Every time the Warriors win, that's a skin for me.
I got you.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun. It's a lot more straightforward than most fantasy leagues, straight ahead. But we're doing it. And early in the season, like, man, we are getting fucking destroyed by most of our predictions. The Jazz are 3-0. Spurs are
Yeah,
2-0.
they're gonna scream back to earth.
It's all going to even out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But early on, it's been like a lot of weird beginnings.
Well, you remember last year, like Chicago started. Everybody was like, "Could Chicago win the East?" And then it was like pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
If
No.
Dame is healthy, I drafted one of my last picks was the Blazers losses.
Yeah.
If Dame stays healthy, I could be in for a shitty time with that one.
Well, we did a stupid one too because it looks like Phoenix is going to be pretty good.
Plenty of time for Phoenix. I'm not worried. Phoenix is going to implode.
You're going to implode. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it stands to reason that Chris Paul would start the year good and wear down.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be fine.
I thought that Aiton thing was going to be more of a problem.
Give it time.
Okay.
Sarver's going to show up to a game and it's going to be uncomfortable and they're going to lose by 30.
Has he sold the team yet?
No, so he's announced that he's going to, but it takes months at least to sell a team.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine it's You got to scrape some shekels together.
Yeah. He's going to make a fortune off of that thing. Oh, my God.
He probably wanted to sell the team.
These guys all, I mean, I don't think he wants to sell the team because once you own it, it's like the value of it, you can just like make money against all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't ever need to have that money. You know, the fact that they have a $4 billion asset is still nice. And it's like, all right, I'm borrowing against the Suns team. I'm like, I'm creating fake losses that the team is getting so I can save money on my other businesses. They all want to keep the team.
Yeah. I suppose I regret that we picked them anyway. I really picked them, and then I asked you to come on. But it was an immediate regret because, I mean, I want to watch the Pelicans as much as possible.
Yeah.
There's just other funner bets to be made.
Probably. I mean, the problem is whenever
it's almost like we made a bet on the longevity of an old dog.
Yeah. Which is always the problem with bets on the under. It's never as much fun unless you absolutely hate that team.
Mm-hmm.
If you like, I would happily bet the under on the Yankees because I love watching them lose.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Which they did. They lost.
Did. Their asses got swept.
Wow.
Oh,
didn't fantastic. See a second.
I tweeted this early, and then a bunch of other people tweeted. The best thing about the Yankees going down 0-3 is they're going to immediately start talking about the only team that's ever come back from 0-3, which means on top of them being on the verge of being swept, it's going to be all highlights of the 2004 Red Sox. And they actually somehow decided that the best way to motivate their team was to have David Ortiz talk to them. And they had a sports psychologist talk about the 2004 Red Sox beating the Yankees. And they got killed.
That's just not a thing. Like, even like last night when the Patriots put in Zappy, I was watching people like, they just play harder for Zappy. They don't.
They don't.
There's no motivation. There's a lot of money on the line. Everybody's trying as hard as they can all the time.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to talk about the quarterback controversy?
Yeah. My favorite part was coming out of the halftime. I knew it wasn't going to bode well because was it Buck and Aikman doing the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Aikman saying, he's like, yeah, I played with a guy. I wish I could remember the guy's name. He's like,
Bill Musgrave.
Huh?
Bill Musgrave.
Bill Musgrave. And he kept going, yeah, he didn't have a lot of arm strength, but I mean, he went on to become a great coach. And I'm like, well, that's not what you want to hear about your quarterback.
Oh my God. It was so, people are like, oh, that doesn't sound good. I'm like, Troy Aikman is a savage. He knew exactly what he was doing. That was such shade. And people are acting like it was innocent. He knew what fucking
it was scathing. It was scathing.
Oh, it's one of the meanest things I've ever heard on an NFL broadcast.
This guy could be a coach one day.
One day he could be coaching a Division II college. I'm telling you,
like clockwork, though, he started getting fucking hammered, hit, and throwing picks, and it was awful.
Yeah.
So
somehow the Patriots went into that game like they were playing another team. It seemed like everything the Bears did surprised them.
Well, I think it's pretty tough to stop that once that guy gets running with Fields.
Yeah. He hasn't been that tough. I mean, they've not done that many designed runs. But last night felt like they were saying, all right, we're going to make you play like Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. Like, we're going to build these runs into our offensive system. Before, it was always he was scrambling to make throws.
Yeah, because it would just suck to hurt the guy when you're losing anyway.
And he had been coming off of, he got hurt in the playoffs his senior year. So I think they were very careful to try to protect him.
Yeah. I think the Patriots are in like the worst position you can be in.
Yeah. In that you got like two quarterbacks that no one's 100% on.
Mm-hmm. I was the first, as you recall, of the two of us to not be on board with this.
I'm still on board with Mac Jones. I think the guy's
really?
not healthy. A high ankle sprain does not heal in 3 weeks.
That pick he threw was like the fastest I saw a quarterback get pulled.
Yeah.
In a while. And it was a clear, like, Belichick was furious he threw it.
Do you believe Belichick at all that that was always the plan, to give Max some reps and then have them switch in and out?
Yeah, but I think he omitted that he will suck.
Yeah, he should have included that information.
First, I'm going to let him throw a useless pick, and then I'm going to pull him. But that's the plan.
That was brutal. I just give the guy 3 more weeks off. I don't understand why they don't think it's better to just let that guy get fully healthy and give him the best shot.
Dude, 2007 Paul Pierce. We'll see you next year, man.
Not next year, but give him the full 6-7 weeks. Now
Shouldn't
that you
we
know
try to suck as much as we can so that we can get this French kid?
Wembayama?
Yeah, we draft him to the Pats, and then we put him on the Celtics.
I like it.
It's a pretty good move.
And I think if you just have him there to block kicks.
Mm-hmm.
Why hasn't anyone ever done that? I've never understood that.
Because the guy would be tackled and literally broken in half.
You don't need him to do anything other than, if we can have one guy whose only job is the long snap, I don't understand why blocking everyone's field goal and extra point wouldn't be worth having just that one guy there whose only job is to be back there and jump and block. Why isn't that worth it?
Maybe I don't know. I'm not even going to argue. Yeah, that should probably be the case.
Yeah, just having like one Yao Ming type guy and saying, look, you're never going to get hit. We don't want you on the line. You're going to be a foot behind the line. Everyone's going to push, and you're just going to be there reading the kick. And as soon as he kicks it, you're jumping.
But are most special teamers kind of your third string everything anyway?
They all are, yeah.
So maybe they think it's not worth sacrificing a roster spot for, but it probably is.
If you feel like you could guarantee like blocking 1 field goal a week, I think that's worth it.
Oh, totally. That's a good idea. I'm not going to disagree with you.
You know what?
It's my instinct to disagree.
I know. I'm like, I don't quite know how to respond to you thinking it's a good idea.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that?
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I think. So are you, Mac? So you're Bailey Zappi. You've never liked Mac Jones.
I'm whoever makes us lose.
You want to tank.
I would take Bledsoe back.
Bledsoe would probably take the job back.
I don't know. He's got that wine going.
There's a reason he keeps coming back for Robert Kraft's wedding.
Yeah. You remember he was at the game, I think last year, and he was wearing that ridiculous scarf?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want him back.
How do you feel about a scarf?
I don't have the confidence to wear one. Mm. I own 2 that I wear around my apartment just to try to muster up the courage.
So really, you're more jealous of Bledsoe than
judging. I'm worried I'm going to get kicked out of my Cumberland farms.
Just wear it. Now, the scarves that you own, are they stylish or are they for warmth?
Oh, I'm guessing they're for warmth.
Okay.
But they're plaid. They look like every scarf I've ever seen, except for that one Drew Bledsoe had, which kind of looked like if a very cute snake had been murdered.
They're all cute.
Oh, they're the worst.
When you look at them, when you look into their soul, they're all cute.
Oh, Jesus, no. A snake is the worst thing ever. If somebody... Did you ever have a friend that owned a snake?
I don't think so.
No. You know why? Because those people don't have friends. There's nothing that says I don't like other humans more than owning a snake.
Yeah, they tend to be loners, I would guess.
Of course. When we were monkeys swinging in trees, snakes killed us. And since then, the first page of the Bible, snakes can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, the Bible's been some pretty bad anti-snake propaganda.
Mm-hmm. You think women and the Jews had it rough? Fucking snakes.
Knowing your devout Christianity. Oh man, I'm really just trying to fire up some kind of enthusiasm, but I don't know what to root for
the podcast or for the
all of the above.
All of the above.
I'm working up, Ed. Pick a thing in my life. I'm trying to work up some enthusiasm.
Yeah. You know, when St. Patrick kicked all the snakes out of Ireland, that must have created an enormous rat problem.
You would think. I don't think St. Patrick thought ahead.
Yeah, he's actually in Ireland a demon.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he ruined the ecosystem.
Oh, plague, everything.
Yeah, and it's weird because usually, leaders of the Catholic Church don't make any bad decisions. Usually, it's just if they did it, you can be pretty sure they made the right call.
Don't wear condoms. Wrap your penis in dead rat skin. Fucking.
Ew.
Yeah, it was gross. What are you gonna do? You're gonna lose listeners.
How much of like the Catholic following do you think is just guys who don't want to wear condoms? It's the only thing propping up the Catholic Church at this point.
Yep. Yeah. And unconditional forgiveness.
Yeah,
is a great. That's almost a cheat code.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's underrated. If you're a devout Catholic, just you can get out of anything by just saying, "Please forgive me." And, okay, you're good, absolved.
Yeah. It's good to have unconditional forgiveness in this game, seeing as how I also have unlimited grenades.
Yeah. How is your apartment?
Huh?
How is your apartment?
It's filled with air conditioners and shit. So really horrible.
Hey, so is James moving back here with you, or is he staying in Denver?
Has that been mentioned?
Every time James gets the wanderlust, it's like, I'm going to live here, I'm going to live there. And then like I talk to you guys, it's like, oh yeah, James is here.
Oh, I hope he goes to Denver. I would go to Denver.
You would move to Denver instead of him moving here?
I would move to Denver before I would move here.
Well, you're already here.
Yeah, but I'm hypothetically James in this scenario.
Decision. Okay.
Yeah.
If you were James, how many of his decisions would you have made, period?
I would drink every day.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I like the Key West vacation spot for like 5 months. Yeah, I would do most of the things he did.
Yeah, because in my head,
I would have definitely abandoned the Nets as soon as they moved away from New Jersey.
Yeah. I was thinking like you guys tend to agree on most life calls.
Yeah. It's like, although today, maybe it's my new leaf with you too.
It's true. We're all moving to Denver together. It's going to be great.
Yes, and that's going to be the rest of my life.
We're all getting Rocky season tickets.
I was quickly catfished and broke within the hour.
How affordable do you think season tickets are for the Nuggets? Like, where's the easiest package to get like just a 20-game pack of season tickets in the NBA?
Oh, I'm going to go New Orleans.
You think?
Yeah.
Exciting team, and still you think they're probably not going to sell?
I think it's New Orleans. I remember looking at this because I remember like it would be. I always thought it'd be fun to go to New Orleans when like the Celtics play.
Yeah,
I think it was like dirt cheap.
That does actually sound like a lot of fun.
Oh, that would be great. That's why Vegas should have had a team forever. Is you go there when a team has a homestand, you go to like 3 games. They should have like a bubble in Vegas where the teams go for like a week of the year. The teams would like it because they get to stay in the same spot for a while, and then fans can like plan their vacations around it.
If the midseason tournament ever happens, I'm pretty sure it would be in Vegas.
Yeah, they're going to get a team, or I think they're getting a team.
They're saying it. I don't know. I think it's really hard for them to expand 2 teams when New Orleans and Sacramento are still struggling.
Why can't they just move those teams there?
Well, Sacramento, they built an arena.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would be tough. But they want to be
Can't they just keep all their excess corn or something in it?
They want to be able to threaten. It's why LA didn't have a football team for 25 years. They like being have a space open to leverage other fan bases against.
It was crazy that LA didn't have a team. But it's crazy that Vegas doesn't have a team. Vegas is like the 10th biggest city in the country or something like that.
No, it's not. No, it's a much smaller market.
Okay. Where am I thinking of?
Presidents that like they have one of the,
I mean, I could be thinking of every city in the country conceivably.
That was one of the
since I clearly was told something was the 10th largest city and it wasn't that. It could be Fresno. It could be San Jose. It could be
definitely not Fresno.
I think San Jose is sneaky big.
San Jose is sneaky big, but they share a market with San Francisco, the Bay Area.
Yeah. They had Joe Thornton.
Yep. But that's always been the problem with like Oakland the A's kept wanting to go to San Jose, and San Francisco had their territorial rights. So they kept blocking it. Weird little thing that happened when San Francisco was trying to build a new park to replace Candlestick Park. The owner of the A's at the time basically ceded the rights to San Jose to them to give them more leverage to get a park.
There's no teams anymore that play baseball and football in the same
facility?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Miami did for a while.
Miami did. Yeah, but they've got their own baseball park now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Oakland was the last one.
Okay.
No more football games with dirt infields.
I was told to go to Oakland to a game when I was out there, that it's more of an experience than the Giants.
For football?
No, to the A's.
Okay.
Because it's just such a shithole. It's like chain link fence everywhere.
I mean, it's great in terms of you're paying nothing for your ticket. As soon as you're in there, it's Thunderdome. You can move wherever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Hot dogs are like $2. It was crazy.
I love that.
Yeah. But you're far away from the action. Even in the best seats, you're not really close to anything.
That's fine.
Yeah. You're in basically an outdoor warehouse. It's really.
I bet you I didn't see one inning of baseball all year. I bet you I saw under 10 pitches. Like so little that I almost think I've suppressed the memories.
Wow. Do you watch SportsCenter?
Yeah.
Then you've seen more than 10 pitches.
No, not over the summer. I canceled that YouTube TV over the summer.
Oh.
But yeah, we're probably above 10 now.
Yeah, I would think so. Just accidentally. Just scrolling on Twitter, you've seen more than 10 pitches.
Sure. Don't do that either. Haven't tweeted in forever.
You never tweeted.
No. It took a global pandemic. And even then, like 4.
Do you scroll Twitter, or do you just you don't look at all?
I mostly sit in anger. I just sit in icy silence.
Which is why you're on Twitter more.
Yeah. Like I lost my shotgun, but it would be appropriate if it was there. And I don't have a stoop to sit on.
You know what? I think we just found your birthday present. We're all chipping in and getting Danny's.
You're gonna give me a house in the boonies?
Yeah, just the stoop.
Just the stoop part of it. Okay.
Like a nice solid stoop that you can carry outside.
Yeah. Maybe I can put wheels under it and I can go to because I still like to go to breakfasts and stuff.
Yeah, perfect. Pick a spot to just like sit in front of and be cranky.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Have you seen other games?
Live.
Have you been watching the Lakers? The Lakers are kind of fun.
They're terrible. Oh, I have watched them. I'm going to the Celtics on Sunday.
No way.
I'm
excited. Who they playing?
I don't remember. I'm just going.
Yeah.
So we're going to the game.
Okay. I'll go to a game early. I want to go to I like early week games.
Yeah. We'll look on StubHub, see when there's like some Monday, Tuesday games happening. We could probably go pretty cheap.
Yeah. I have the time. I'll go to the ticket booth.
Perfect.
There's a Tasty Burger there now.
Oh, is there? Oh, you're right. There is. Yeah, yeah. It's a nice spot around the garden now.
Yep. Took them a long time to figure it out. I don't like that train doesn't exist anymore. I always thought that looked cool in the videos. But I would imagine was just murderous for traffic in the city.
Yeah. It's much better since the Big Dig when they took all those down. But it was fun to drive through the city and like ride the train through the city. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that all that's underground, your drive and your ride is much less attractive. But the city is prettier.
Especially that area.
Did you watch the Lakers documentary on Hulu?
No, I don't have Hulu. Again, just angry silence.
Yeah, you're not missing it.
It's fine.
It would be angry silence while watching it. It's 10 episodes, which is fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Why?
And
For jump hook, fast break, AIDS.
exactly. 4 episodes.
That's one episode at most.
Yep. Yeah, it's just terrible. Like the first episode's kind of interesting, and they don't even cover the whole Lakers history. It's just Jerry Buss on.
They're just not going to say the things I want to hear.
Yeah.
I want to hear the actual stories. That Ric Flair documentary is great for that. It just talks about him boozing and like hooking up with chicks. This is great. But
that is one of the great sports docs ever.
Yeah. So it's like Magic Johnson. There's one question we have for you. How many women were you having sex with? What was going on? And he won't go into that.
No, he went into that pretty hardcore when it happened.
Yeah.
Well, when it happened, it was all like him trying to make sure no one thought he was gay. Mm-hmm. So it was lots of, I was with, 4 women, 5 women. It was these women all, and yeah, like it was almost like Penthouse Forum when he first got diagnosed, and it was all like, oh, he's very brave for talking about how he caught this. But there was also kind of a weird, like voyeuristic quality to him talking about all this. So if you need to hear about Magic Johnson's...
Voyeuristic is a synonym for not gay?
No, it was everybody the voyeurism of Magic talking about all the women he had been with.
Yeah, but I just said I don't know what a word is, and then you said the same word again.
So voyeurism...
How am I supposed to learn in context?
When you enjoy by watching. Okay. Not
cool.
Engaging. So It's everybody like listening and watching the Magic tell these stories. It's like, oh, that's a voyeur. A voyeur is like someone who would peep through a window, who was, like watching people online. There you go.
You're being voyeuristic? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. I'm going to slide that in the conversation this week.
You're welcome. Yeah. There you go. All right. So we feel good about the Celtics, though, right? The Bulls game aside, it's a hell of a start to the season.
I feel great about the Celtics. When is Time Lord supposed to come back?
January.
Okay. That's a while.
Yeah. If he's healthy, we've got everything. He is so important defensively.
Yeah. And what is our coach's name?
Joe Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla. Okay, cool. Hmm? I think I didn't know Ime's name till at least we started winning last year.
Dan, so how old are you? You were 32?
Oh, no, 36.
Oh, all right. So this is a big moment for you. You are now older than a head coach in the NBA. How are you feeling about it?
I felt horrible before.
Okay, good.
You told me that. So
there are big moments in terms
I went for a run last week, and after the next day, both of my shoulders hurt.
Yeah.
So that made me feel older than the coach.
There are lines in being a sports fan where like suddenly you're older than the rookies, and then you're older than most of the players, and then you're clinging to a few of the players being younger than or being your age.
Yeah.
And then they're all gone, and now
then you have a heart attack shoveling.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I got to move. I might be James's spot in Key West.
Would you go south for the winters when you age?
I don't think I'd go south. I think I'd go to Vegas. Florida scares me too much.
Okay. Yeah, Vegas would be good. Why?
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, so the Brett Favre thing is so fascinating to me because there must be so much corruption down there with everything.
Oh, yeah.
And is that what's keeping Mississippi from, like, becoming at least, like, an Alabama level vacation spot? It's warm.
Yeah. But
or is it just mosquitoes everywhere? I don't even know what it's like. I've never heard of anybody going to Mississippi.
Part of the problem in Mississippi, there are the Gulfport, the Gulf area does have a lot of vacation spots. Mm-hmm. So parts of Mississippi, like, Gulf and, the Louisiana that do have vacation spots. But yeah, I mean, the South has a tough reputation. They've got a reputation for one, it's unbearable in the summer because it's so humid. The mosquitoes are gigantic. So you've got to find those windows outside of the summer where you can actually be there and be comfortable. So that's a challenge. Mm-hmm. And then they've got an awful history in terms of civil rights and it being a scary place for a lot of people. So now you're talking about a temporary vacation spot for white people.
Well, that sounds kind of nice.
Well, there you go. Book your tickets.
I thought
Now that I've got you intrigued, I do have access to a timeshare.
I thought Maine was a temporary vacation spot for white people.
That also is,
Vacation land, right?
but no
Yeah,
mosquitoes.
there's plenty of those already. So there's no. That's what I mean. Why isn't it work? Like, why isn't there just a hotel I can fly to in Mississippi? They got a pool, and then I get back.
There is. You really don't think that that's there?
I never hear about anybody doing it. I never hear about anybody going there to get warm.
I mean, it's a spot that you usually go to when it's not that far. Like if you're going to fly from New England to a vacation spot, it's probably not going to be Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going, all right, well, Florida's got the tourism infrastructure there. Let's go there. Let's go to Arizona. Let's go to Las Vegas. Let's go to LA.
Yeah.
The Gulf vacation spots, as I understand it, tend to be more for people from the South who want to drive to a nice spot.
I got you. I just said I'm going to Florida for warmth. I don't really like Florida that much. So why can't I go to another place I don't like that much that would be cheaper?
Your money will go farther.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to buy a vacation spot, I'll tell you right now, you're probably going to get a smoking deal in Mississippi.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep. You should start a comedy club down there.
Confused about this lighting in your room.
What is that?
Confused about this lighting in your room.
Oh, I got the electric fireplace on. I've got it going green because I was watching the Celtics last night.
Oh, okay. I imagine you very slowly dancing by yourself in there.
It's not that slow.
It's like a weird techno lighting.
I played the song from Silence of the Lambs. You know, just do it up.
Do you remember Ryan Clausen?
Yeah, I remember Ryan.
Remember that video where he's like, come have fun with me? And he's in like a techno thing by himself?
That I don't remember.
No. Well, it was disturbing.
Okay. Well, let me seek that out.
Okay.
I will seek that out. Is Ryan still doing comedy?
Oh, no.
Good
I saw a video of myself from when I was 21 today that I made with Ahmed Baruka. I really hung in there with the bangs for a long time. And it's amazing. All the comedians I was around, all like the roasty people, nobody ever said shit.
Yeah.
Weird. Nobody ever, I don't know.
Nope. I mean, like, I feel like comedians' hair is always bad. So it's one of the things that you're kind of free from getting roasted for.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I should like have people roasting me at all times. Like I need like a Jordan Peterson, but
yeah,
a funnier one.
Who's funnier than Jordan Peterson?
I mean, he keeps it simple with the pronouns.
There you go. That man's a truth teller. He's beyond comedian.
Yeah. But just for fashion. I did the finals of a festival one time. And I went out. It was like I still kept like all my pre-diabetes pants, so they were like 9 sizes too big for me. And I'm just like, yeah, just tighten the belt. And all the pictures of me, it looks like I had like a giant but very soft and innocent penis. Like all the fabric just conglomerated at my dick, and it was like you could have fit a pillow in there.
Well, why did you ever get rid of those pants?
Huh? I turned them into linens.
Ah.
Yeah.
and when you were laying in bed, it still looked like a giant, soft, friendly.
Soft penis.
It was perfect.
Yep. It feels like a cloud, but it's actually a big soft penis.
Is it foggy this morning? That's just Dan out here for the morning.
Who do the Celtics play next?
I don't know. Can we check the schedule? I'm filming on my phone, so I don't have access to anything else.
We should make a bet. We should make some kind of book bet.
For the Celtics?
For something. I don't know.
All right. What do you want to bet?
What do you want to bet?
Maybe next week we should do a skins bet.
Okay. Yeah, skins bet. But can you do it in like a short-term one till like the next one and that has to buy a book? I need a book.
All right. You need a new book?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's think about it. We'll figure out some kind of thing to draft next week, and we'll get a book out of it. We can look for yeah, like we'll have to pick 10 teams. We'll look at the schedule. We'll figure out like in a 1 week time, they all have to be playing the same number of games. We have to draft wins or losses.
Okay. I think Philly's going to sneaky suck.
I don't think it's going to be that sneaky.
Yeah. I wonder about Embiid. Like, it's not, he catches a lot at like the elbow.
Yeah.
To post up. That doesn't seem like a good strategy to me.
I think
You have to catch it way deeper.
Doc's going to get fired within about 10 games.
Yeah. And then you think he'll follow up to some other great job?
Probably. I think we might be at the commentary portion of his career for a little while.
I mean, he should be. He's got to be old now.
They made such a big mistake. They overplayed their hand because the Lakers wanted Doc. It was a perfect dumb Lakers move where we want a big name who's going to make our stars happy.
Mm-hmm.
Philly tried to hold out to get compensation, even though Philly didn't really want Doc there anymore. They were ready to move on. But they kept pushing for a first-round pick because the Celtics got a first-round pick from the Clippers for him. But that worked out badly.
Oh, but his stock fell way, way down.
So they were holding out for compensation, and finally the Lakers said, all right, we're hiring Darvin Ham.
Yeah, yeah. And Kawhi might be so good that it doesn't matter, but they don't make a lot of sense, that team.
The Lakers?
Yeah, their guards aren't good.
It's terrible. It's the worst.
The Clippers, I mean, the Clippers.
Clippers might be okay.
Yeah, but I think they got to trade for a shooter that's a guard. Like they're Jackson and who's the backup, John Wall? Like they're not going to space the court enough, and they're never going to have the ball. Paul George or Leonard will have the ball the whole time.
Yeah. Peyton Pritchard would be a good guy for them to get.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah, they could use a guy like that.
He ain't going to play shit for us, I'll tell you that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went after Duncan Robinson.
I would rather have Peyton Pritchard, I think.
Yeah, well, Miami wants to unload him. I don't think the Celtics are interested in getting rid of Pritchard.
He's cheap. He's still on a rookie deal.
Exactly. He's not making any money. Second round pick doesn't mean anything. They want him as insurance. Duncan Robinson, the Heat want to get rid of him. They're overpaying him. And Ballmer doesn't care about money.
Yeah, Ballmer is by far the richest owner, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. That'd be sweet. He seems like a great guy.
And you know what? If he's your owner, he's exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But building you a new arena. Do we need one? No, but it's going to be ridiculously fun.
Is Mark Cuban like one of the richer owners? I don't think he is. No, the richest owner is Cleveland's owner.
Gilbert?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy rich.
He owns like Quicken Loans or something like that.
Cuban went from being the richest guy to being very middle of the road pretty quickly.
Yeah. That's amazing. The guy who owns the Cleveland Cavaliers just fucking screws poor people like with like shitty loans.
Yep.
That's awful.
Yeah. It's amazing how much money has been made off of the backs of people who have no money.
Of no money. Yeah. And he gets thrown a fucking basketball. At least Ballmer is just selling Microsoft to offices.
Like Ballmer was in charge. Ballmer too, though, he was in charge of Microsoft at one of their like least productive times, and somehow parachuted out one of the wealthiest men alive.
Yeah, but isn't it because Apple just caught up to them?
Yeah, it's a part of it because they weren't innovating anymore. No one liked any of the new stuff that they made. I mean, Microsoft still makes a ton because they're still the dominant office software.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't make anything really cool.
Yeah. They're like Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Living just off of what they did in the 80s.
Yeah.
You ever go into, sometimes there's a Microsoft store in the mall?
Never been in.
It's fantastic because it's the most peaceful spot you'll ever find.
And there's like there's probably no cachet to working there. If I find out someone works at the Apple store, I'm like, oh, fucking, this guy's a genius. But if I end up you do the same gig at Best Buy, you're like, I'm gonna update the old resume.
Best Buy could still be fun because they got TVs. They still have shit that you want. Oh, okay, I'm going to visit Danny at the Best Buy. We're gonna hang out, and I'm gonna be like around the surround sound Jurassic Park for a little while. It's gonna be fun. The Microsoft store, no one's there. They make it look like the Apple Store, but no one's in it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I could see it isn't Google. I don't know. We're really out of my waters here.
No.
Computers frighten me.
Yeah. All right. Before you
I
get
always wanted to share some kind of bit about how it used to be weapons and like manliness that was important in war, and now it's like drones and computers. So there was never a period where I was useful.
I bet you would have been like good with the gas in World War One.
With the gas, applying the mustard gas?
Yep. I feel like you would have been great with that.
Yeah, I'd give it the old, where's the wind going? One of those guys.
And you also have endurance. Have you ever seen 1917?
Mm-hmm.
That one cut World War One movie?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like you would have been one of those guys and really good at it. Like you would have gotten the message where it needed to go in World War One.
Yeah, okay. A courier.
Yeah. I think World War One was your sweet spot.
All right, fine. You think I could gas children? That's great.
I didn't say they were kids. I mean, that's where your brain went.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
They always say you got to start small.
All right. You got anything to plug this week?
No.
Okay. Me neither.
Go Bees.
All right. Well, yeah. How about those Bruins?
Boston Bruins.
Are they good? Let's pretend they're good. Yeah, Bruins.
Yay. Joe Thornton.
Woohoo.
No idea.
22 years ago?
Hmm?
When did we have him? Like 22 years ago?
It feels right. I mean, I'm trying to think of a newer Bruin.
I mean, we drafted
Chara.
him. Yeah. We drafted him.
We had him.
And now he's like the oldest player in the NHL.
Yeah, yeah. My knowledge of hockey is like a 50-year-old's knowledge of rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like the Foo Fighters. That's my new band.
I'm 48, and that's pretty much where I would be if someone was asking me for a rock band.
Yeah. What a bummer that they became the fucking.
Well, are they a bummer?
Hmm?
Are they a bummer, or is it just sad that the guy died?
That they became like the American biggest rock band.
Yeah, I guess there's an argument they might be.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And they are mediocre at best. I forget what open mic. I heard an open micer had a good joke where he said, he's like, I was meditating. I was trying to achieve nirvana, but I only made it to Foo Fighters.
That was a good joke.
Good joke.
Good joke.
Yep.
That can't be an open micer much longer.
He got his mind together and quit comedy.
It feels like that might have been a stolen tweet, though.
Every joke now feels like a stolen tweet.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that. I have no evidence. I'm sure that it was his own joke. Good for them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but that's got a very Twitter vibe.
It's part of why I don't go on Twitter. It's not because I don't want to think that I'm not going to be inspired. It's because I know everything I'm saying is probably said by somebody else. So why even investigate it?
Yeah.
It's not a crime if you just don't report it.
It's willful ignorance. That's okay.
Yep. My mantra.
All right. On that note, so when we actually get to a game, we'll tell everybody about it. We're going to figure out something to draft and bet on a book for next week. And go Bruins.
Go Bees.
All right. Bye, everybody.